It's like Christmas in August. The NBA announced its Christmas Day games, and it's like I made the schedule. Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks will be at Madison Square Garden for a rematch with my Knicks. The featured game is simply outstanding. The Brooklyn Nets at the LA Lakers at the Staples Center. The top two teams in the NBA for this year. The two elite big threes. Russell Westbrook versus Kevin Durant. This Christmas Day schedule is just incredible. Celtics Bucks will have juice. Warriors Suns are going to have juice. And I'm going to be into the Jazz and the Mavericks as well. Oh, by the way, you're going to have two NFL games on Christmas with the Packers and the Browns. That's going to be loaded with playoff implications. Cardinals and the Colts the same. Great quarterbacks, great teams. I mean, it's like Christmas on Christmas. It's not hyperbole to call the Lakers and the Nets an NBA Finals preview. I'm already fired up for it. And Big Three bragging rights. I think the Lakers have the best Big Three in the game. I love Russ on the Lakers, the Energizer Bunny. He's going to score and score at will. We all know that. But he also crashes the boards and distributes. Russ is Mr. Triple-Double. Anthony Davis is unstoppable. LeBron is LeBron. He's the second best player in NBA history, still playing at that level. Westbrook is going to take James and Davis to a different level. But the Nets are going to have something to say here, too. Kevin Durant is the best offensive player in the sport, bar none, and highly motivated after team injuries and literally his big toe derailed the championship season. Game 7 against the Milwaukee Bucks. For Brooklyn, you can have a full offseason for James Harden with the Nets. And if Kyrie is focused, buckle up, Buttercup. We're going to get the NBA Finals we predicted last year coming up this year. And LA is going to win it all. And I can't wait for Melo and Russ to get their first rings. And look, I don't want to disrespect the Milwaukee Bucks, but LA and Brooklyn would top my power rankings. But the NBA knows exactly what they're doing. The Bucks are going to get their rings, and they're going to raise the banner at home against Brooklyn to start the season. And my goodness, what a double dip this is. The Warriors and Steph taking on the new look Lakers opening night in the nightcap. That is delicious and spicy. The NBA season starts in just a couple of months, and the news today whets the appetite and lets you daydream about the Lakers over the Nets in the NBA Finals. What a sick and twisted definition of fun that is. Giants GM Dave Gettleman says he believes in Daniel Jones. Well, you might as well believe in Santa Claus, because both the Giants GM and the Giants owner, John Mara, talked to the media today, and it's not going to end well. Mara made it clear he expects the team that Dave Gettleman put together to win more games than they lose, and that should do it for the Dave Gettleman era. And you could spell it ERROR, because it has been mistake after mistake. Taking Daniel Jones with the 6th overall pick in 2019 was always a major and massive reach. And it set the team back, prevented them from taking Justin Herbert with the 4th overall pick in 2020. Let that sink in, Giants fans. Jones was a turnover machine last year with really no feel or no overall clue. And look, the Giants improved the wide receiver position in the draft and free agency, and Saquon Barkley's coming back, so there's no excuse. And don't give him any excuse for last year. Look, at the end of the day, it's Jones, it's the line, and that's all on Gettleman. Remember, he drafted a running back over Quentin Nelson in 2018. And Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy, and Saquon's never had an appearance in the postseason. Now, being fair, you see the names on the screen right here. Dave Gettleman had a really strong offseason. And being fair, I really like Joe Judge as a head coach. But there's no way to objectively believe that the light goes on for Daniel Jones or for the Giants. There's no way to believe Gettleman's team lives up to his owner expectations. And that means the Giants are going to be in both the quarterback and the GM business next offseason. Bang it, Tim Tebow. This is it, Urban Meyer. This is it. And it's over. And it should have been over a long, long time ago. Understand, I've always argued this. Tim Tebow is a Mount Rushmore college quarterback. Majestic for Urban Meyer at Florida. but his pro career has been a flat-out disaster. And the Jaguars signing him to play tight end because he was Meyer's guy was always a joke, a clown show, a knock to Urban Meyer's credibility, and the Jags being Trevor Lawrence's team. Tim Tebow turned into Timothy Richard Tebow Kardashian as a pro. He didn't work at being a slash when given a golden opportunity with the Jets, and most especially the Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. When I say slash, I'm talking wildcat quarterback, slash H-back, slash tight end, slash special teams. He never wanted it. He wanted the attention and the celebrity of it. He wanted to take his shirt off and run through the rain for the cameras. He wanted to sign autographs. Now, Trevor Lawrence can actually function as the best quarterback prospect in the NFL since Andrew Luck without a fifth-string tight end whiffing on blocks in the preseason, hogging the attention and the airspace. Trevor Lawrence no longer has to worry about Tebow chance. And the Jags, I'm telling you right now that Tebow's out, they're going to surprise some people. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a star right away. Jacksonville has a couple of excellent running backs. Jacksonville has solid receivers. And I loved the Urban Meyer hire. Don't be stunned that the Jags hit the over on 6.5 wins this season. No more clowns, no more seals with balls on their noses, no more lions jumping through hoops that are filled with fire. The circus is over. The circus never had a chance. It's time for real football. Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer football. And I never want to see Tim Tebow playing sports ever again. Which NFL team has the best defense in 2021? Let's talk this out together. There are going to be some really strong defenses in the NFL this year. And I think that Myles Garrett is going to set the single-season sack record. Doesn't feel like a hot take with the extra game. I think the Browns' defense is going to be excellent. Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. They bring in Johnson, the safety from the LA Rams. They did a great job in the draft with Newsome at the cornerback position. And Clowney is going to play the best he has in his entire career opposite Myles Garrett. I think Cleveland's going to be great on defense. I think Washington is going to be great on defense. I think that Chase Young going to be top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. This cat is special. Washington is loaded. That defensive line is simply phenomenal and dreamy. You think at what Chase Young did as a rookie, and he didn't have a real offseason, he didn't have a preseason. Chase Young is going to have a monster second season. But I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense will be better than both of those squads. I think that the Buccaneers returning everybody on defense is kind of huge. Todd Bowles is an unbelievable coordinator. Making sure that they brought back Shaq Barrett was gigantic. He is one of the premier sack artists in the game. Levante David is the heartbeat of the defense without question. I think the Bucs are going to have the second best defense when you look at it in the league this year. Listen, it's Aaron Donald's world and we're just living in it. And sure, Johnson left to go to Cleveland and there's going to be a new defensive coordinator, but I think that Aaron Donald is arguably the best defensive player that we've ever seen in the history of the NFL. Certainly a Mount Rushmore defensive player. And I think that Raheem Morris steps in and he'll do an excellent job as a defensive coordinator. Jalen Ramsey is a star and Donald's unblockable. I think the Colts defense is going to be sensational. DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard, a great 1-2 punch. Notice I have the Patriots on my list. The Broncos, we got into them hot and heavy yesterday. That defense is going to be fantastic. Don't sleep on the Buffalo Bills. They regressed last year, but they should have improvement from Edmonds and Oliver, young players who did not play up to expectations a year ago. Steelers did not make my list. They'll be very good, but not great. No Bud Dupree. I did consider the Niners. They're going to be excellent. The Chargers are going to be excellent with Derwin James, and Arizona with J.J. Watt is going to improve on defense as well. How about the other side of the ball? Which NFL team is going to have the best offense for 2021? Let's talk this out together. I know everyone is talking about Dak Prescott, and the shoulder and coming off of last year, but Dak is going to be fine. Under no circumstance would I play Dak Prescott in the preseason. But we talked to Mike McCarthy on my SiriusXM radio show. You need to make sure, and Mike is doing a great job of this, you protect Dak Prescott from himself. You make sure he's ready for the season opener in Tampa so he could take advantage of these unbelievable weapons. I mean, that's the ultimate big three at receiver. Zeke's going to have a monster season. I think Prescott is going to dominate. I am not worried about his health, and I want to say it again. Under no circumstance would I play Dak Prescott in the preseason. You're not going to see Aaron Rodgers in the preseason. Aaron Rodgers is back for one more year in Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers is going to dominate and piggyback brilliantly off of the best season of his legendary career. And Aaron talked to me about this on my podcast at the end of last year, regular season, when he won the MVP. I do think last year was the best year of his majestic career, and this offense is going to hum and tick and dominate, and Davante Adams motivated by a contract. Rodgers is going to have an incredible final year in Green Bay. They can run the ball with authority with Jones and Dillon. Packers offense is going to be amazing, but there are two offenses I like more than Green Bay's this year. How about the Buffalo Bills? I think they're going to have the second best offense in the league. I think Josh Allen is going to end up being the MVP of the NFL. By the way, lost in the shuffle from the weekend in the preseason, Devin Singletary looked amazing. That's a huge deal. You know, Diggs is a complete and utter superstar, and they have great depth and talent at receiver. They need Devin Singletary to be that dude, that guy, giving Josh Allen and Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator, some balance. But let's not get it twisted here, right? You know, if you take anyone other than Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill and Andy Reid and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in terms of the best offense in the NFL, you're just reaching and hoping and searching. Notice how high I have Tennessee. I think that with Julio Jones, that's going to be the best receiving core when you look at it in the entire league. Derrick Henry's best running back in the NFL. Tannehill's a stud. I think that Stafford's going to be excellent with the Rams. I love the Chargers, and I'm telling you right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady going to have a better regular season this year than last year. Knows the offense, had an offseason, comfortable with Leftwich and Arians, and obviously Godwin and Evans, and that's great. It was very tough leaving off the Cleveland Browns. Very tough leaving off the Baltimore Ravens. Very tough leaving off the Raiders. You know how much I love Derek Carr, and with Josh Jacobs, there's balance. They put up a lot of numbers. I'm sure there will be no debates on my rankings for the best offense and best defense in the NFL for this season. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.